Wow, Rochelle White, you got the trick on how to be number one these days. You are now coming ahead of everyone else. What do you do differently these days? You got the trick somehow. Well, welcome. Shegun Fatuma, Charles Smith, Esther Ogundikwe, Daniel Atsenga, Shigon Wafo. Welcome everybody. Anastasia McDonald, Samson Adogbeji. Welcome. Omonike Ike Ade. Or is it Ike Ade? Dotimi Egbunson. Ola Martin. Gift Amos. Shisandra. Fomi Jaboda. Anastasia. Ngoya Sharis. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Well, today is a new day. And Vivian Taylor, welcome. Well, today is a new day, and it has been a challenging week for me, a little bit, with a cold and flu and all that comes along with it, with the full package. It's like, but much more better today. Much more better today, for sure. So, thank God. Thank God. Well, nice to welcome all of you again. And let's quickly go and share the link to this message. Let's go look for how to share the link. Let's go share the link. And as we are going to do that, I want to appreciate everyone that has been caring for me and concerned for me, for all your cares, for all your concerns, and for all your prayers, and for all your gestures of love. All of you practically were writing to me to take hot water with honey, with ginger, and I've been drinking that every day. But I guess that has helped my voice to, with honey, yes, honey, lemon, and all that. So I'm sure that has helped my throat to function despite my cold. And so I keep on drinking the flutes, and so it's been manageable. But one sister, I don't think I recognize her. I don't think I recognize who was that in particular. I'm thinking it could be a couple of people, but I got this link from David, from Pro David. So she didn't even write any comment. She didn't even say who was singing. But what I'm saying is that one person decided to really show me love and care, and probably to let me know on behalf of all the people on the team, to let me know that you people care for me, and you people, even though you are far, that you are concerned about my health and about me, and probably to let me know you appreciate the fact that I could still keep on coming to teach despite the cold and everything, morning and night, no stop. No budging. But I would like you to tell me who is this person singing, please, because I think I've seen the face, but I don't have the name. Nobody put the name here.
Hallelujah! Praise the Lord. Good evening, everybody.
This is
all the beautiful queens in the house.
I know she's somebody from the platform.
Today.
I can't seem to recognize her here.
I want to appreciate Pastor Sandey, but I don't know really how. But I have a song in my heart. I want to sing for him. If he gets to hear it, that is fine, and if not, it's okay.
She's so selfless, eh? She's not selfish.
It's been very wonderful.
She's saying, if it gets to me, it's okay. If it doesn't get to me, it's okay.
Time, energy. When I look at him sometimes, it's like I want to cook for him.
She wants to cook for me. Wow, then you've got to visit Ukraine. When you come, wait. Let me stop that. She wants to cook for me. But if you know how to cook African food, the only condition is no pepper. But for you to cook for me, then you've got to come to Ukraine, because there's just no way you can send that through internet. That has not been arranged yet. And I don't eat African food anymore, unfortunately. Each time I eat African food, it takes me like 2 weeks to recover, unless there is no pepper. So if there is no pepper, that would be good. And but for that you've got to come to Ukraine. Who did they say it's a person? Has anybody written? Oh yeah, they said that's Molly. Is it Molly or Molly? Molly IB. Molly or Molly, I think. Molly IB. Molly. Okay. And Molly, but she's not here today, I guess. Maybe somebody could inbox her and tell her that she should put she should come on the platform to hear what I'm saying about her. Well, anyway, yeah, good idea to cook. I want to actually begin to learn to eat African food. I told somebody on the HMT here, when we were talking about the gifts, that I want to begin to eat African food. Especially there was something they call Scotch egg. Yeah, that one I like. Because that doesn't have pepper. But any other thing that doesn't have pepper is good. But let's get to hear her sing. But that really shows that she really wants to care for me for sure, right? She wants to cook.
May the Lord continue to bless him and bless his beautiful wife and his children and all of his household. Sunday, we wanna say we love you. We need you to teach us, and we will stay by your side. But Sunday, we cannot always please you, but we'll never stop praying to be God's number one. And we love you so, Jay. We know you work very hard, and we are praying for you, that the Lord will guide you through every narrow path. We love you so, dear. You are our hero. You've always been ours. We love you so, dear. Oh, you are our number one. You are favored by the Lord. You are our number one. Pastor Sandey, you were blessed. You are our number one. The hand of the Lord is upon you. You are number one. You are blessed and you are blessed. You are number one. Woo. Well, God bless everybody, and I hope you liked it. Bye. Have a good evening.
Yeah, I sure like it. I like it. Whew. Yeah, quite touching, huh? I think I'm going to ask her to come and sing here in Ukraine sometime, if she will not mind that. Apart from cooking, she could come and sing, actually. Sing in the church, or at least in my house, or in one of my meetings. And you know, we get her recorded. I don't know if she does CDs or anything like that, but I think she is good. If she's singing without any musical accompaniment, or what they call it, and no music, and she's so straight on, and she's so beautiful, and I'm probably sure she wrote it by herself. So she is gorgeous, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful girl, wonderful. Molly, yeah, I see her here all the time, but I don't know why I don't have all of you on my. Yeah, I think I know why now. It's because my friends request is too full, right? My friend list is too full, so I can't get any one of you on my. I can't see you on Facebook unless I look for you specially. So, but you know what? If you really want me to say it, you remember how we put live, Pastor Sunday live? Yeah, I think we used to call it Pastor Sunday live. So anything you do and you want me to say it, always put a hashtag Pastor Sunday live. So if you put Pastor Sunday live hashtag or just, you know, on your description, then I'll be able to see whatever you're doing. Either it's your own thing or, you know, anything, any information you are putting out and you want me to be able to say. Well, most of that I might be able to say it. It might, you know, it might come up somehow. But Molly, no, what can I say? Thank you. Kisses. I'm sending you kisses. Kisses. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it for finding the time. And I'm sure you represent everybody on the platform. I'm sure you are doing that for a lot of people, on behalf of a lot of people. She didn't even send it to me by herself. It was, it was Paul David. Oh, okay. I'm seeing another message here coming in from Nkiru, sending the same thing to me. So it's other people sending it to me, but she didn't even, I think she's so modest. But we will kick that modesty out of her when she gets here. She will get to know Pastor Sunday. Pastor Sunday could be very hilarious. I could be very hilarious. I could be very funny, very lousy if necessary, hilarious. I could be very hilarious sometimes. So I will make sure that I kick that modesty out of you. Okay. Thank you so much again. Thank you. Grateful. So, well, here we go. Can you believe it? The topic I'm going to be treating today is still about winning in life. This week has been just very important, and Satan didn't like this week. This week I've been talking a lot about all the wrong things people are doing in the church. She is saying, beautiful Fisayo, happy birthday. Yeah, she's in my house somewhere here, but she didn't come. I can't see her. She's in my house. Fisayo is one of the beautiful, wonderful sisters that has come to spend the new year here with me. She is finishing a medical school in Ukraine here, and amazing personality, wonderful sister. And she is having a birthday today, and she's always on the page. She's very constant. She's the one who put my picture and Miles Monroe's picture. We are two brothers, with Miles Monroe. And so she puts us as a cover photograph, because she said, these are my two heroes, my two fathers, my two heroes. And she's just precious. But I hope to be able to get her and catch her today here in the house, because she lives today from my house. So I hope to be able to congratulate her in person for her birthday. But happy birthday to you, Fisayo, if you are watching. And everybody from the platform are greeting you and congratulating you on your birthday as well. Well, so here we go. Going back to our lesson, this week, we've been talking about who wins. in life? Who wins in life? So who is it that wins in life? What do you need to do to win in life? Those are the things we've been talking about this week. And then this week also has been epic because it has been the birthday of Pearl. And then we had parents reviewing this week, reviewing a book. Was it this week we had the kids? Okay, I think they reviewed during the weekend. Well, we had Pearl talk to us yesterday. We had Perez talk to us the day before yesterday. And so it's just been a kind of unique and special week. But the topic for today is to win in life, you must be strategic. To win in life, you must be strategic. This is I'm taking it, I think you people have noticed a little bit that I'm going deeper and deeper, right? I'm becoming more kind of technical in my teaching, right? Than less emotional this week, especially on this topic. Because when it comes to winning in life, when it comes to winning in life, you are going to meet a stiff competition. It's not going to be easy for you to win in life because you are not saying to win among church members. We are not saying to win among even other churches. To win in life means to win big anywhere you find yourself. For me personally, it's an easy task. I don't find any challenge winning in any situation or circumstances where I find myself in life. If it's in university, God help me to discover the secret of winning in life. It started when you all know my story, when I was back in my village in Africa. And, when I was in my village in Africa, I was just an ordinary, average student that was not doing well in school because I was always in the village, in the bush, in the forest, gathering firewood just to survive. Then I had a farm for maize and other things. So I was not studying, really. I was not studying. Then one day, my senior sister, who is like my angel, my guiding angel, that's the way I look at her at that time, when I was 17. So she came back because my sister had to do a lot to just make me survive, to make me survive through high school. She had to compromise a lot of things, and she was not a believer, but she had to have a boyfriend, and that was giving her some money, and then she would share the money between herself and myself, just for her to finish college and for me to finish high school. So that because everything I was making from my farm was not too much, was not good enough. So one day, my sister came back. I'm going to present her. I'm going to introduce my sister to you one day, either when she comes here to Ukraine or when I go there to Nigeria. But I'm going to make her come and answer some questions. But she's a Nigerian believer, Christian, so she might be overly spiritual, But still, I'm going to let her come to talk to you. You must know her because she's my hero. But anyway, so Sister Laide was. She came back from the school and said, Sandey. I said, yes. She said, no more money. I said, what do you mean no more money? I said, well, she said, because all of us now, we have to live by faith. So what does that mean? Then she was telling me about the fact that she had dropped the boyfriend she was having, and she would never have a boyfriend again until she marries because she got born again. Ooh, okay, got born again. So that's a bad news right here. So what does it mean to be born again? So she preached the gospel to me. This was before I watched Kumuyi on television. So because we were so close with my sister, I respected her so much and I loved her for what she was doing for me. So she said I should pray with her. So I prayed. Then she said God was going to sustain me. Okay. Then she showed me a scripture in Genesis, in Deuteronomy 28, and said the next thing for you now, the only way out for you, is for you to be serious and begin to study, and that if you study well, our brother in Moscow could offer to help you win his coming to for you. You could travel abroad. Basically, you could travel abroad. They will tell you what to do to go and apply for a scholarship. So you could travel abroad if you make it, but you've got to make it very well. But if you don't make it, if you don't pass your WAEC at one sitting, because we don't even know where to get the money for you yet to go and do the one sitting, to go and pass the WAEC. We don't have the money yet, but if you will try to find you the money for you. But if you pass the exam, then you have the whole world open to you. But if you don't pass it, you will remain in this village forever. Ooh, you remain in that village forever. That one, I know that was not an option. So I said, what to do? So she showed me that scripture in the Bible that says that God will make us the head and not the tail, and said I should believe that. And the Bible in that place said, if you will do all diligently, if you will diligently observe all that I have told you and everything. So I repeated the prayer after her, just to have God help me pass my WAEC. And, I tried to live right, what she said, but it didn't really work out. But a year later, I got saved for real when I was watching Kumuyi. But anyway, talking about strategic thinking, I said one of the greatest things that has happened to me is the fact that God showed me the secret of success and the secret of life, one of the greatest secrets of life. And unfortunately, many of our people still don't know that. So we over-rely on God for everything, and we over-burden heaven for things that are not necessary. So when I say that by the grace of God, I've learned to be the best everywhere I am, not among some people, like some people say, oh, I'm the best black person there, or I'm the best Nigerian something in that thing, or I'm the first Nigerian there, or I'm the first black person there. That shouldn't be your criteria at all. You should be the best of anybody. If you are living in England, you should be the best in your specialty or whatever you are doing among any human being that is in that specialty. If you are living in America and you are in any sphere of life, you should be the best among the Americans or Japanese or whatever, among any human being that is in that category. That is the way thanks to that scripture that my sister showed me, it opened to me just clearly that, wow, so God is interested that I will be the best. And I started to work on it and to be the best. And it worked out, it's unbelievable, because I had not studied before then in my secondary school. I was one of the average guy, never one of the best students. I was either one of the last or one of just in the middle. But when I got that scripture, I knew that if I would study hard, I could be the best in everything. So just 1 year, this was just 1 year before my WAEC, I started to study. And I was so surprised to get the best result. No, one guy had one more credit than me. But to get, one of the top 2 best results in the school. And this guy, there were so many other guys that I used to look at as genius that time. But I discovered that geniuses are not born. That geniuses are created. Geniuses create themselves. So geniuses are not born, but geniuses are created through hard work. It is hard work that give birth to geniuses. So I discovered that. But since that time, God gave me wisdom, and that wisdom is one of the things one of my first examples of strategic thinking. I was 18 or 17. I was 17 this time, and because if I was not in the bush gathering firewood, the only other thing you will see me doing is is, you know, playing football or going to parties with my friends. So since my sister told me this thing, and I know that there was no way I was going to tell my friends about that, because they are going to be laughing at me and they are going to be joking around and saying, wow, you will not have girlfriends, you will not go to party, you will not go to discotheque, that, you know, they would just be laughing at me. Since I didn't want them to laugh at me, and they were not studying, and even if I tried to study, they would be saying, ah, wow, you want to become a bookworm like other guys and all that. So what I would do is that I would come back from my farm, I would go and play with them the normal way. Then I would tell them, oh, I go to there were many there. So I would say, okay, let me go to the restroom. When I go to the restroom, they are making their noise and joking and doing all kind of things. I would just go to that restroom and then use the backyard and run back to my own house. But they are taken away. They are all infatuated by their jokes and their laughter, and then I will just escape. So later on, they began to. I will escape, of course, to study. I will go and lock myself up in the room. I would not even tell anybody in my house that I'm in the house. So I would lock myself in the room, and I would lock myself there till 3 o'clock in the night. I will get my lantern. We have a lantern in the village. So I will put on the lantern and lock the door, close the window blinds, and I will begin to study. That was what I did for 1 year. So each time these people say, why are you disappearing? Why did you... Oh, I would just say, well. But I come now. But they just enjoy it that I was there. So one of them is still angry with me up to today. He's now a pastor. He's an Anglican reverend now. And he's still angry right now. Not angry, but not like evil, not really like angry that way. But he's still reminding me up to today that Sunday you are wicked. I said, what do you mean wicked? He said, but you used to escape that day. Yeah, so you used to go and study, because you tricked us and we kept on playing and we failed. They failed. They had to do their certificates, their WAEC for 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Some of them is 4 times, some of them 5 times to do their WAEC. They say, you didn't tell us that you were going to study. So I will count that as a little strategic move right there. So I'm talking about strategic mindset. So that's why I said, for you to win in life, you of course need strategic mindset. You need to be a strategic thinker. You need to be a strategic thinker. So who is a strategic thinker? Who is a strategic thinker? Oh, there is another person that has birthday today? Joyce? Joyce what? Okay, who's Joyce? We have a few Joyce here. Which Joyce is this one? Oh, even Shinwe has a birthday today. Wow. Shinwe and Nanaba, that's my childhood friend. Ooh, so many birthdays today. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Huh. Today is, Joyce Arrow. Okay. She is very active and committed here. Wow. Today is full of birthdays. My God, what do I do now? Well, a big hug to all of you. Big hug to all of you. To Shinwe, to Joyce, to Fisayo, and maybe anyone else that I don't know about. But, much love, much grace, and a big hug to all of you, even though some of you I've never met really. But, Shinwe is having not birthday, but wedding anniversary. Oh, okay. I got it now. Oh, okay. Anniversary. Okay. Is that a big deal? I think the birthday one should be a bigger deal, right? So Joyce, yes, congratulations separately first. Joyce, happy birthday to you. Big hug to you. And favor and grace of God, and that you will attain new heights for God this year in Jesus' name. And for Shinwe, I'm going to call you. We are going to talk. All right? let's just talk with you on phone. I will congratulate you on your own wedding anniversary by phone. No, I don't use phone, by Skype. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and share the message today, if you don't mind. If you have not yet shared if you have not yet shared this message, let's go ahead and share it, please. Please look down on under your video, and you'll be able to see how to share the video somehow there. So let's quickly go and share the video, because now I'm going deep into the teaching. All right, and I'm not going to be reading the comments anymore. So no more distractions. No more distractions. So can you quickly go and see that if you could share the message as quickly as possible? Let's go ahead and share the message. Let's go share the message. Once you've done that, then we'll be ready to go. Okay, for you to win in life, you know, we've covered a lot of other points for you to win in life. If you have missed it this week, you need to go and check on the teachings. What are the qualities you need to win in life? That you don't need to keep on running after miracles and miracle workers and pastors that will just take your money, who are just interested in sucking you dry. So instead of you just giving your money to some people who just want to build their ministries and their empire, using and taking advantage of your desire for miracles and your desire for instant gratification and for getting something for nothing, it's better for you to take charge of your own life and to be in charge of your life and to determine your destiny by yourself, not waiting for God to come and do for you what you are supposed to do for yourself. God will not do for you what you are supposed to do for yourself. It's a waste of time anytime you pray those kind of prayers. God will only do for you something after you have done everything possible from your own side, not just by praying, but concerning that thing that you desire from God. Then God could come out and, favor you, or when God sees that you are totally helpless, then God could come around and help you. So there are so many qualities that I've mentioned on how, Emma Waspi is saying, some people tell you to pay $52 for 52 weeks of favor for the new year, right? I mean, we have 52 weeks, so they'll tell you to give money. That's a pastor that is giving word and gets thousands, sowing $52 from vulnerable souls. Yeah, these are crooks. These are just crooks. I'm sorry to use that word, but I just don't know what other word to use. If they are preachers who do that, I guess they know what they are doing. I guess they believe in what they are doing. But if that's not crook, if that's not fraud, if that's not stealing, and if that's not robbery of God's people, then maybe I don't know something. Maybe there's something I don't understand. I don't want to appear judgmental, but for $52 from each person for 52 weeks of favor? What favor? How do we measure that? What's the guarantee you give me that I'm going to receive the favor? What's the guarantee? You get my money for sure. That's physical money. You take it. What is the guarantee? That you have my money is a guarantee. You have the money in your hand. What am I getting back? What is the guarantee? What is the assurance? You have the assurance from me, my cash. My cash is your assurance. You have my money right in your hand. Physical, tangible. So what is the physical, tangible exchange you are giving to me? For every week, what is the physical guaranteed blessing or favor you are giving me every week? That is crazy. We need to chase all these charlatans out of town. And the believers are the ones to do it. We are the ones to chase out these charlatans out of the pulpits. We need to get them out of there. This is daylight robbery. Daylight robbery. Daylight robbery. I just don't know any other way to say it. It's daylight robbery. Daylight robbery. You see, he says they are getting favor from God. He says God told him to get $52 from everyone so God can bless them. You mean God needs bribery to bless anybody? What bribery did Bill Gates give to God for him to bless him? What bribery did Warren Buffett give to God for him to bless him? What bribery did the Carlos Slim from Mexico give to God for him to bless him? What bribery? What bribery? Are you kidding me? And some gullible people are believing those people and following them? I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional again because I'm not totally well yet, so I think I'll just take it easy. But this is outrageous. Someone is asking, Pastor, did you ever hear or did you ever heard of 7 times 7? What is 7 times 7? Is it 7 times 7, you said? 7 times? Yeah, 7 times 7 blessing. What do you mean 7 times 7 blessing? No idea. I don't know what that means. So 7 times 7 blessing? 7 times 7. What could that mean? 7 times 7? No idea. Nobody even. I hear all kind of stories, but I never heard of 7 times 7. I just can't get my head around 7 times 7 yet. 7 times 7. Okay. Well, Onyinye said some actually asked for. They said $52 is even nothing. Onyinye is saying that some people actually ask for $1,000 seed to break poverty in your life. $1,000, not $52. So if they're asking you for $52, you're a lucky guy. That guy is not greedy. He's modest. What about the one asking for $1,000 for you to get out of poverty? If you're already poor, where will you get $1,000 from? You rather give me $1,000 to get out of poverty, not to take from me. She naked. My God. Wow. Anyway, so instead of you to continue being duped by these so-called pastors, I mean, some people are much more tricky. They don't ask you outrightly for $20,000 or so. Sheikh Fatima said last year was 2016 dollars, so because it's 2016 year, so this year will be $2017 for you to have a successful year. My God, what a joke, And I heard that some of them don't outrightly ask for you to give 1,000 or 50. They know this one is easy to detect that it's a joke. They just declare those ones who do this, who ask for this kind of things. Those are the ones who don't have churches. These are normally the ones who don't have a congregation. But the ones who have a congregation have another trick they use. The ones who have congregation, they have events. So they will organize 40 days event or 20 days event or 21 day event. so that every day they will be doing offering. So like they could say 21 days of miracle, or 30 days of miracle, or 40 days of miracle, or 40 days of poverty, breaking poverty, or 40 days of something, 30 days of fasting and prayer, and every day you have to do offering. You have to do offering. So at the end of the day, they get more than, even if you are going to give $10 each time for 40 days, $10 each, you already $10 each for 40 days. You already got all your money. It's already more than $52 per something. So that's what some of them do. So they make you come to church every day for as many days as possible, and then they make sure they have offering at least once a day, or 2 or 3 times at a time. Joseph Dawala said, he said you can give any amount of money with 2 7s or 3 sevens. Ooh, wow, that man is a mathematician. Huh? Example like 177.77, no, times 77. Okay, 177 times 77, and God will provide you with a breakthrough. It's in Atlanta. Wow, wow, wow. Ooh, wow. Ooh. Some people are just cooking up all kind of manipulations to get rid of people's money. People are not just get rid of people, want to get to dupe people of their money. Oh, that is amazing. That is just crazy. Yemisi is saying, Pastor, I can't wait to listen to your message. I tell you what, this one is a message also. Maybe it's not less important than the message I want to teach about. So I will not defer my comment on the charlatans. I'm sorry, Yemisi. You might come back later, but I will not defer my message. I will not defer my message on the charlatans. I will going to hit hard on the charlatans first before I preach the message. If we don't get rid of them, we will not set anybody free. We will not be able to set free. This is one of the most important messages. If you don't speak the truth, people are not going to be set free from deception. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So we are going to speak the truth, and the truth should set people free. So I'm not going to defer those comments and those my opinions. It is because of the silence of the righteous that those iniquities and those wicked, any kind of wickedness, it prospers, because people like you and I are quiet. It is when we refuse to address issues that these kind of things prosper. So it is every kind of evil prospers. Every kind of evil increases and multiplies when the upright, when the good men keep quiet, when they say, oh, it's not our business. Oh, okay, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to offend anybody. Oh, I just face my business. Anybody that says I just face my business, they are the ones contributing to all the evil that is happening in this world. There is a situation that just happened in Nigeria recently, last week I think, that led to Pastor Adeboye resigning from. Pastor Adeboye is the leading clergyman in Nigeria, and I think maybe the number one pastor, denomination or church in the world. So he had to resign his position as the GO of Nigerian church, and because of some political things going on. So when, what he said later on at the end of the day, when that decision touched him, and what led to his resignation, at the end of the day he said, I am now appealing to all my members, or maybe he said in other words, but basically he was appealing to all his members to go and join political parties. He was now telling his members, go and join political parties everywhere and go into politics. That until we Christians go and join political parties and go into politics en masse, nothing will change. Pastor Adeboye before used to say, no, I'm just called to do the church. I'm only called to build Redeemed Church, and this is my calling. I face my business. I face my calling. So you see that Pastor Adeboye and other people, they try not to comment on political things in Nigeria. They try to be silent. the church people in Nigeria generally, they just try to be silent concerning political matters. They don't touch it. They just try to be gentlemen, to try to be good. Until the politics itself started dealing with them one by one, then they started waking up and say, oh yeah, it's time now to begin to join politics. So thank God that thing happened to Pastor Adeboye, because if it didn't happen, his people would have known that they have his blessings to go en masse and do all kind of political activities. So for the first time, he openly called people. Maybe he had been blessing people individually or privately, but openly called all the members to go join politics. But before, the stance was anything that is happening nationally, oh, let's just pray, let's just pray. Now, only God can save Nigeria, let's just pray. But until Christians begin to realize that only the gospel of the kingdom will redeem the earth, and Nigeria in particular, that nothing will happen. So just to be saying gospel of salvation, we only care about salvation of souls. We just want people to go to heaven, or our own deal just to do the spiritual stuff. One day, the politics will deal with us. And when the politics begin to deal with you, because I live in Russia. I've lived in Russia for the past 30 years of my life. I know what it means when politics begin to deal with you. I have been a victim of it for a long time, and I've gone through the system, the process of being attacked by politics, of how evil politics could be if you are not, in charge. So thank God that thing happened to Pastor Adeboye, whatever the thing is. Some people are thinking that it was a bad thing. No, I think it's a good thing. Everything works together for good for those people who love God and who are called for his purpose. So I think that was a good thing that happened with the situation with Pastor Adeboye, because now all the Christians in Nigeria will know, now we got the blessing of the most senior clergy. Now we are supposed to be more actively involved in politics. Otherwise, Muslims and others are the people taking charge of politics in Nigeria. But can you imagine if all the Christians, all actively born again Christians, begin to get involved in Nigerian politics? And if they are going to be trained and coached and prepared for that, especially, things are just going to change in our country. So it's the same thing with this charlatan thing. We should not keep quiet, just like our leaders have been quiet about politics. Just like the pastors and clergy have been quiet about politics, so that's the way they are still quiet now about other pastors who are just charlatans. And I think they shouldn't be quiet. I think everybody needs to begin to raise their voice, both against the bad behavior of their colleagues, of fellow pastors, and the bad boys who are doing MMM and things like that. Everybody is supposed to raise up their voice. Every conscientious Christian, every Christian leadership is about giving leadership. So for you to be a leader, to say you are a pastor or a leader, you shouldn't just be a pastor in your own local church. To be a leader, you shouldn't just be a leader of your own local church. You are a leader of the society. You are an example, a model for your country. So you are supposed to talk into the life of the general country. Some people will even tell me, they used to tell me, Pastor, face your business. I'm going to write a book about that. Pastor, face your business. I'm going to, oh, you mean it? For sure? So it's not my business when I talk about politics. It's not my business when I talk about the economy. You mean it? Okay. Then you tell me. Wasn't it God's business that Samuel was doing when he was talking about politics, when he was installing kings in Israel? Was it not God's business? Huh? When John the Baptist, even though he got his head cut off, but he did the will of God. When he went to challenge the Herod of his days, was it not his father God's business he was doing? Was it not God's business he was doing when the first apostles, they had disciples in the court of Caesar. In the court of Caesar, they had disciples. Why were they not doing the work of God? So does that mean that they were not in God's business? Does it mean that it was not God's business when Joseph got involved in the politics of Egypt? It was not God's business? You think it was not God's business when Daniel got involved with the Babylonian politics? It was not God's business? Look at all the men of God in the Bible. It was not God's business when Paul said that even though I must be tied in Jerusalem, but is it in Rome? I must go there anyway to testify, both from the court of Caesar to the very least of the people there. Even I'm going to lose my mind, I'm going to lose my life, I'm still going to do it. Wasn't that God's business? So it's unfortunate that we think that God's business is only to read the Bible. It's unfortunate when we begin to limit God to just the four walls of the church. It's unfortunate when we begin to limit God just to the pulpit. It's unfortunate when we just limit God to our little doctrine, our little denominations. No, my friends, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. So we have the right to speak to all the earth and the fullness of the earth, because the earth and the fullness thereof belong to the Lord. And since the earth and the fullness of the Lord belong to the Lord, we can speak to those things. We could speak to everything that is happening in any part of the earth, in every sphere of the earth, be it that politics, be it that economy, be it that culture, be it that entertainment, be it that engineering, technology, be it that medicine, be it that every sphere of life could be used to glorify God. So don't be deceived by thinking that you are only meant to read the Bible alone and to only speak about spiritual things. No, no, no. That is the greatest deception of Satan against the church. And that is one of the reasons why Satan will always defeat the church and will always win the whole earth to itself. It will conquer the whole world without us even lifting a finger, because we have been deceived to believe that, you know, the earth is satanic or is demonic and is devilish, and that only God, only Bible and spiritual matters, only prayer we could do. But thank God that thing happened to Pastor Adeboye. Thank God the man of God, he had the voice of God. Sometimes that's the best way for God to speak to us, either by good or by force. You know, sometimes he uses situations like that to speak to you and to teach us. And, you know, that statement that Pastor Adeboye made, that people should go into politics, is one of the greatest things that will happen to Nigeria and to Nigerian Christianity as a whole. So, you know, I hope the people will take it serious. And from what I think people are not taking that statement too serious. People are more talking about the fact that they are talking about the guy, Obazi. They think he's a bad guy, and you know, I think that's not the matter. I think God used him, no matter whatever decision he took, and we think it's not right. But I think God used that guy, and that's number one. Number two, people are talking about, you know, Pastor Adeboye stepping down or not stepping down. Is he going to be there, or is he going to be in charge or not going to be in charge? But I think God has already fulfilled his purpose through that crisis. God has fulfilled his purpose, and he has used the man to use his authority to release the body of Christ into the freedom of being able to go into politics and being able to do everything to be able to bring Christians into the place of power, so that we will be the one deciding the future and the destiny of our country, not some ungodly people that that we don't like that they are there, but we don't go there. So if we are not going there, then only the ungodly people are left. They are the only ones who are going to be taking charge of it instead of us, because we are not going there. All right. Now, can you believe it? 1 hour just passed. Now, before I go ahead, let's go ahead and share the link first of all. Then I will have a question for you. Let's go ahead and share this link. Let's go ahead and share this link. Okay. Let's go ahead and share this link, and if you don't mind, then my question comes now. My question is, should I go ahead and still preach my message, or I should just leave it for tomorrow morning, because in the evening we'll be having testimony time? So should I just leave it for tomorrow morning, or I should go ahead and preach this message still? That's my question to you guys. So what do you people want? Do you want me to just continue the message tomorrow? Okay, some people say leave it for tomorrow. Some people say continue, but most people are saying leave it for tomorrow. Okay, I will just leave it for tomorrow, but it was nice being with you people today. And yeah. Someone is asking a question here. Laura Ikeobe. Pastor, what will you say about the prayer Pastor Oyedepo prayed on Nigeria and the killing of Christians? That is not, first of all, I want you to know that that prayer, that video that was released, and it was tagged that Pastor Oyedepo prayed that prayer because of the killings of Christians in South Kaduna. That is not true, That's a manipulation. I have the prayer here, but everybody is thinking that it happened during. It just happened now, and it is concerning the killings in Kaduna, but it's not true. So the reason why I would rather reserve my opinion right now. This.
As his apostle of liberation to this continent to stop it from decadence. I heard from God, and he has proved it beyond measure. Therefore, every occultic root, every political root of this uprising is caused today. The northern forces that are sponsoring these uprisings and killings, I decree the cause of God upon them. Erobi Shagaka Maria, Susikete, Brabikete Kushadika, Yushiara to Susan, Ekotokorika Takaruketo, Yashishikere to say, Lord, if it is your will to break up Nigeria, break it now. As it gets to Korea, Ebereketezizoneado, Akitekeke, Kokikataketa, Lekereta Susan, and Yesha, come on, pray in the spirit of the morning. Pray in the spirit, open fire, call down the Holy Ghost fire, to be sent on the camp of the enemy. We say, no, I can't take it to go. Break it to Karatu. Let's take it to Korea. Baby, oh, Brakadosa. Oh, Brakadosa. I can't get to go. Yes, she get to. Hey, Brakatekeno. If Nigeria wakes up, waits for the church to rise, there will be no more nation. What nonsense. What demonic devils, what Islamic demons. If Nigeria waits for the church to rise, Nigeria will disappear as a nation. Break it out. Your main government cannot protect them. What a mess. Every agent of destruction in government today, call fire down on their head. Fire down on the head! Rob the get to Soria! Yakata Koleke and they said he escaped. Everyone connected to his escape. Fire! Consume them! Consume them! Consume them! Go ahead and pray! Adikeretose! Yeketokarakatuse! Fire of the Lord! Consume them! I was even told from reports that they were targeting this church. And what? Even if I were asleep, if you see anybody here, kill him. Kill him and spill his blood on the ground. I'm saying that to you. What nonsense. What devil. You think that God is an idol? If I put fire on your day to overrun the city, you're going to 1 minute. What is that? What devil? I stand with every authority on me and I declare the Boko Haram's cursed.
Now, of course, I have my opinion about this cassette, but I will tell you why I want to reserve my comments. I have my opinion, very strong opinion, very clear-cut opinion about this. But I see a manipulation going on. And the manipulation is, unfortunately, coming from the camp that is working to destabilize Nigeria. I can see a unison between the release of this tape now and the people who want to destabilize Nigeria and who want to break up Nigeria. And I can also see the moves of people who release this video now as people who want to instigate Christians to go and be killing Muslims and Northerners back. I see that the people who are releasing this video right now, they don't love Nigeria. They don't love Bishop Oyedepo either. They don't love him. I think they hate him and they want to use his hand to stir up controversy in Nigeria. They want to use his hand, the hand of Bishop Oyedepo, to stir up fight between Christians and Muslims, war between Christians and Muslims. They want to use the hand of this man to start a bloodshed in Nigeria. That is what they want to do. The people who release this video right now, they are very evil. And I'm very sorry that Nigerians are not as, especially Christians, they are not as discerning and they are not as analytical. And let me explain to you where I base my, where I base my, judgment from. Even though I have my opinion concerning what Pastor Oyedepo has been saying in that video, but I'm not going to comment on it because I don't want to play into the hands of these people who are mischievous and who are, setting this up. They are just setting up people. Now, let me tell you, this video, I personally saw it in 2015. And right now we're in 2017. So I saw it 2 years ago. I saw it 2 years ago, just after the kidnap of the Shibo girls and just before the election. I saw this video just before the election between Jonathan and Buhari. And that time, it was out there. But these people now, they are pretending and they are trying to paint a picture as if this particular message, as if it's new, as if Bishop Oyedepo just released this because of what happened at I've not really gotten all the information about what is happening in South Kaduna, but you know, I heard that there are some killings there. I really want to get the right information, but I'm still not. Well, I tried to look into the newspapers yesterday. I'm into the internet. I couldn't get much information, just emotions. I'm not seeing analysis. So anyway, but they are now saying that this is Bishop Oyedepo's response. This is a lie. And they didn't put the whole video. The whole video of what Pastor Bishop Oyedepo was saying was like about 3 hours or 2.5 or 3 hours video. And it was talking about politics, about the election there. So I think this video came out in 2015. But they are now, you know, they went out of 3 hours, they went and created, you know, these few minutes or 15 or 16 minutes video, and they just put there instigative moment. Instigative moment. You see that they only put there where Bishop was saying, if Nigeria wants to break, let it break. You see? So that shows me that the people who are doing this, there was one guy, what's the name? The spokesman for Jonathan. What's the name of the spokesman for Jonathan, for President Jonathan? One spokesman. I watched his video yesterday. I want to find that video. I can't remember his name. The spokesman for Jonathan. So he actually commented. He actually released a video, you know, sending it out. Not Femi. This guy is from Niger Delta. Reno something. Reno something. Not Abaki. I think Reno Omokri. Yeah, somebody said it's Reno Omokri. Yeah, I think it's the Reno Omokri guy I'm talking about. Yes. So this Reno Omokri guy released a video saying that this video of this video from Bishop Oyedepo, that this is the video is concerning the Kaduna killings. Which is not true at all. It's manipulation. And he was kind of saying, oh, nothing must happen to Bishop Oyedepo, or because of this video, something he released. But it's not true. Bishop Oyedepo didn't release this about the Kaduna killings at all. And so this is the agenda of people who want to use Bishop to say, okay, Nigeria must break. So that's why they put where they said Nigeria must break. That's what they put there. So they put that segment where they say if Nigeria must break, Nigeria must break. So they are using that to try to say, okay, even Bishop Oyedepo now is giving consent for the breakage of Nigeria. But this because of what happened in southern Kaduna. But that's not true. That's manipulation. Number two, they were also saying, I mean, in this video, by releasing this video now, another thing they are trying to say is that Pastor Oyedepo said, Bishop Oyedepo said, killed anybody that tried to harm the Christians. So, do you see what they're doing? They want to use the hand of the man to start a war in the country, to break up the war, and to start making Christians to kill other Christians. So if Christians are wise, they shouldn't pay attention to this video right now. They should not just neglect this video, because this video is manipulating your mind. Now, let me tell you another thing. This video is targeted to do the same thing that one other audio message did before the election. Emmanuel something. When the video, I mean the audio about Islamizing Nigeria. There was a Redeemed pastor, I think it was later fired from Redeemed. A Redeemed pastor that released a message about the Northerners having Islamic Abuja declaration and having an agenda to Islamize Nigeria. I think something Emmanuel, whatever his name was. I think it was something like Emmanuel something. So that video did so much damage and so much havoc and so much evil upon the psyche of Nigerian Christians. It almost divided the country. So it is that same impression they want to create. It is that same effect they want to create, that other audio. Who knows? Somebody should know this audio that I'm talking about. There was this audio message that went all viral all over Nigeria. Bosun Emmanuel, yes, Bosun Emmanuel. It is the that video, that audio created calamity in the country. It made Christians to be aggressive. It made Christians to believe that there is an Islamic agenda, and it made Christians to believe lies and to begin to, just hate their fellow Nigerians, their fellow, citizens, like because they are Muslims or they don't believe like them. So, and because of one man's message, because the leadership believed it, they started to act upon it. It's the same analogy, the same thing these people wanted to create right now with this video they are releasing of David Oyedepo. So I will not comment specially, not because I don't have an opinion. I have an opinion, but I will not be a stooge to this, to this demonic vendetta. Oriented Nigerians who want to just break the country and do more evil and use Christians and cause Christians to be evil and cause Christians to be seeking for revenge, and that is what these people want. But we are not going to let that happen. We are not going to let that happen because it is a total deception, and we are not going to give in to that, and it's manipulation as well. It's manipulation as well. So I will advise Christians to refrain from commenting on this video right now. Now, the other thing that is happening in Nigeria is that these same people that are now circulating these videos, they are the very same people who are causing the economic recession everybody is complaining about. Because do you know that the Avengers, there are some people they call Avengers, these Avengers, they came from nowhere. They are being sponsored by these same people because they want to frustrate their efforts of the government to bring about their political promises. I mean, their agenda, their election promises, so that the economy will be so down. Do you know, just because of these Avengers alone, Nigeria's oil production went from 2.2 million production of oil barrel a day to 1.6 million. Just because of these Avengers. So they went and slashed the income of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by 40%. And they now begin to push people to the street, and to begin to make people to be dissatisfied and begin to protest, because there will be. Can you imagine, even in your own family? Look at your own family now. If you are making $1,000 a month and somebody went and removed 40% of it, even your family, doesn't matter how comfortable your family is, you are going to have crisis. 40% of your income, of your daily income, of your monthly income, to be removed just like that. And this is out of nothing. The Avengers, what do they want? Who heard of them before? There is even no face to them. And now what they are doing is to blow up the source of income for the country. And some vulnerable people are still saying it is Buhari that is responsible, as if it is Buhari himself that went to set up the Avengers and made them to blow up pipes. People don't just think. And these are mainly Christians. Christians are being manipulated, and they are being used for some people's political purposes. So, people are even writing me every day and say, Pastor Sandey, why is it that you are not condemning the economic situation in the country? Why is it that you are not condemning Buhari? Because I'm smarter than that. I use my brain. I don't just follow everything anybody says, because people who own those newspapers and people who are doing those things, they are using their news media to propagate hatred and to give you unsubstantiated facts to be discontent with the government. So if the opposition or some evil people are going to blow up the resource of the country, they are going to blow up the economic engine of the country, they are cutting off 40% of the income of the country, How will I support them? How will I blame the government for that? I would rather blame the evil people who are doing that for that. Then apart from the Avengers, then they still have the Delta militants, the Niger Delta militants, the ones that have been, negotiated out of it already, the ones that have been paid already. But despite being paid, these people have been paid already. They have been settled. They made a huge lot of money that their people are not even tasting. It is mainly for them, for these, militants. They have all the money. And then they started, after, they had seized the militancy before. But when this new government came, they said, oh, Buhari is not going to pay them again. Even though he has not stopped paying them, he's still paying them. But just because he said it was going to come to an end, they started blowing up things again. That also reduced another big chunk of our income. And we are saying, oh, economy is bad, but we should know why the economy is bad. And then I'm not even going to talk about the Biafra boys who will not go to work, are going to demonstrate and do things and then complain that they are killing them. So these are just what they call sabotage. This is all political sabotage, and people who have their head in their place, people who can think, they should not be victims of all this propaganda. Am I against killing in South Sudan? Oh yes, I mean South Sudan. I said South Sudan. South Kaduna. Oh yes, definitely against the killings in South Kaduna. And I think everybody is against the killings in South Kaduna, including the president and everybody. Nobody, nobody will be president and be willing and that his own country will scatter upon his own head. Of course, everybody is against that, and the people who are after that who are doing that must be, hunted down and punished, very well. But that doesn't mean that we should use that now as a destabilizing factor. We should use that as a factor for, getting Christians to go and wage war or to be calling for the division or the breakdown of the country. So those of you who want to hear my opinion, that is my opinion right now. Pastor Valesco says, yes, that is internal manipulation to control the people psychologically. Yes, you are right. Wake up, country. Yep. Reverend Rosalind Ranti Majia Kodume said, that is holding the nation ransom. Yes, you got what is happening. Gift says, you are right, sir. Onyinye says, President Buhari policy on forest is one of his major undoing. Well, that's another debate. Monica said, Pastor Sandey, thanks so much for this information about that video. Your wisdom is so great. May the Lord help us to keep you for us in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you. Reverend Rosalind said, Nigeria in line to becoming a global economy. So the arrangement is to cause chaos and war. So she doesn't get there. Satan has lost. Yep, I agree with you. Odafe Anigoro. Yes, Pastor, you are very smart. Thank you. Elizabeth Ali, you are so right, Pastor. Laura Ikeobe. How can pastors and men of God gather together to rally to really speak about the killings of Christians and stopping it entirely? Oh yeah, well, that's a talk for another day, because it talks about unity between Christians. Edwin and Mimi, I have always known this. That's why I refuse to share these fake messages. Thank you, Pastor. Bidemi, Ask Pastor Sunday will be so interesting this evening. Yes. By the way, this evening we are going to have Ask Pastor Sunday session. This morning is almost like Ask Pastor Sunday already. But this evening we'll have a lot of questions. I hope there will be questions about that. So if you have any more questions, write your questions for the Ask program. Ask program comes on 1 hour before the normal time. So in this place, it's 9 o'clock. We have our normal program, but the ask comes an hour before then. That's 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock in the evening tonight, I'll be having ask program. Then just 9 o'clock immediately after the ask program, then we'll be having our normal program. So if you have not been taking part in ask program, we invite you to come and join us. Okay, Adelaja said, Pastor, I have a modest question. Must Nigeria remain a republic or a country? If we look at Europe, so many smaller countries have been formed even after the fall of Soviet Union. Okay, well, that question should come on the Ask Pastor Sunday program. So I hope somebody is listening now that could get that question to get it ready, post to me for Ask Pastor Sunday session this evening. Okay, Onyinye said there is serious hunger in Nigeria. Well, I just explained why. I just explained why now. Odafe said, well said, Pastor. Knowledge is power. Thank you, Pastor. Gift Amos. We are not going to dance to the evil music. Yep. Ufoma said their plans have failed. Please share this video, please. Yes. Let's go ahead and share this video, especially if you are from Nigeria or from Africa. Let's share this video. It might be able to enlighten some people. Davida said people are naive and easily manipulated. Yep. Kate Imoedeme, thank you, Pastor, for shedding light into the recent happenings in Nigeria. Yeah. Rosalind Ranti, Christians are not fighters by nature, but we must sincerely start thinking of positive ways to solve the killings. Yep. Neki Okoro, I never really reasoned from this perspective. Yes. So it's nice for us to really begin to be more analytical. Isaac Jaye, nice spiritual analogy. May he increase your wisdom, sir. Thank you. Rosalind is a nation builder and they want to use home to destroy what he has been building for 36 years, but they have failed. The evils will not work. Yep. Mike Adedine, but what is your opinion here? Innocent lives have been killed every day, and you said we should keep mute? No, I just told you my opinion right now. She Sandra, that's the manipulation of the devil just to bring chaos and evil on Nigeria. Yep. Ufoma, thank you for this, Pastor, for throwing light on this video. This is high-level manipulation. Yep. Gift says, why not show this video message from Oyedepo ever since it's been for 2 years? So it means it's for manipulation, right? Shegun Fatuma says, you are so right, Dr. Sandei Adelaja, and full of wisdom. Even though the prayers in the video may not be appropriate, but this is a propaganda. The video was years ago during Goodluck Jonathan administration. Yep, you are very right. Well, thank you, everybody. Well, I didn't plan this. I never knew this program was going to end up being. But, you know, who knows? Rosalind Amaka, look at my in-law here. This is our wife here, Rosalind Amaka Banjoko. Hello. I noticed that I missed your Skype call one day. I've got to find the time to call you back. Thank you for showing up. Okay, let me see what she wrote, by the way. Oh, she only said, God bless you, Pastor Sandei. Thank you, Rosalind. Reverend Rosalind Rati Maje Kodumi says, man of God, we need to continue to work together to empower Nigerians in diaspora and work to improve the lives of those suffering both in Nigeria and overseas. Agree. Adiola Disu, please, when you share this video, put a note there regarding Dr. Adelaja touching on the manipulative situation in Nigeria Arise project. Yep. Olajuboke. Oh, is there a project called Nigerians Arise? I didn't even know about that. You know, if anybody is there that knows my assistant, Joshua, if you are in the house or you are living in my house here, or you know how to write Joshua, please write Joshua right now. Somebody should write Joshua now and tell him to go and cut out this part of my speech today about Nigeria and make a different video, and you know, about Pastor Sandey's opinion about this ongoing situation in Nigeria. So about the current affair or the Nigeria Rights Project or whatever they call it. So let's Joshua make a video from this, cut it, edit it, and just bring different topics out of this video as answers, like he does. He knows how to do it. Olajumoke Okon said, Pastor Sandey, your response to Bishop Oyedepo's message should be extracted from this message and be posted on social media so people can be informed. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said now. That's exactly what I just said. That my comment should be posted. You're very right, Olajumoke, you're in the spirit. Nena Shi, thank you so much, my mentor, and God will strengthen you and give you more wisdom, sir. Grace to you always. Thank you. Monica, yeah, Pastor Sandey, yes, I now know why you have so great wisdom. Apart from being a pastor, you are also a journalist. Wow, wow, wow. I'm so amazed, Pastor Sandey. You are so smart. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Oriyomi Anota. God, the Lord is your strength, sir. Thank you. Reverend Rati. Majekodume, you are a blessing to this generation and beyond. Thank you. Edwin says, we always allow our sentiments to becloud our reasoning science. Yeah, unfortunate. Bidemi, we must be careful of media manipulation. Let's be watchful about what we read and consume. Yep. Eniola Adeduro. The country needs people of deeper knowledge who can operate from a wealth of higher knowledge. Shigo, at times like this, I am so glad that you are a trained journalist. You get the analysis from a 360 angle degree. Rosalind Ratti, we need to build the nations together regardless of our beliefs and faith. If we all serve one God, we should not be killing each other. Right. Gift Amos says, you see, God is wise. He knows the reason why everything happens the way it does. He uses the foolishness of Ukrainians to stop you from traveling, to make us to have access to you. Yep. Emma Wafsfe, you are the best pastor. Oh, you are the best, Pastor Sandey. Oh, right. Thank you. I hope so. You are the only pastor I have submitted to and allow your teaching to sink deep into me. Wow. Thank you. Where are you from, Emma? I think are you from Australia? Australia? Akomolafe said, if Pastor Adelaja is here with Pastor Bakari, this nation would have changed for good. Frank, thank you so much, Pastor Sandey. Nigeria is waiting for us. Yes. Yep, yeah, from Australia. I'm coming to you in April. Waiting to see you. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you at Ask Pastor Sandey, and after that, we'll see you in the evening, session. God bless you guys. Blessings. Bye.